She told me she was beaten, kicked by this gentleman with another care provider, and she was reprimanded in the room on the floor, tied up behind for several hours until I appear.
This is what 66-year-old father Dickie Ong claims happened to his daughter during her brief stay at a private care facility in Petaling Jaya, raising concerns about potential abuse at private mental health homes. Ong says the conflict started over a minor issue when his daughter, who suffers from schizoaffective disorder, was told not to wash her hands at the kitchen sink, leading to an argument and a physical altercation. However, the facility denied any wrongdoing, claiming instead that the 30-year-old woman became agitated after being told not to wash her blood-stained hands near a food preparation area. It said she was restrained as a safety measure. The facility has since suspended its psychiatric wing, citing difficulties in managing aggressive patients, while the caregiver involved has resigned, claiming to have been traumatized by the encounter. Ong, for his part, wants to know whether such private care homes are equipped to handle complex psychiatric cases.
My daughter lost about more than 10 kilo in terms of her weight. And all they could give was just a handful of undernourished food, which I find that is not appropriate, I would say. Yeah. Further to that, I also noted that medications were not properly administered, in the sense that when she's due for some medication, the supplies were not replenished, right?
The facility, however, rejected the allegations, saying Ong's daughter was always fed a balanced meal and that it always administered the dosage prescribed by her doctors. Ong also questioned the use of male caregivers to assist female residents.
The first thing, a male should not be in a female, what they call care home. Second thing, I think when people who are mentally not well, you cannot leave your hand on them. So you got to balance that, what called counter-reaction.
But in their reply, the home told FMT female residents were always attended to by female caregivers unless none were available. It said the male staff would only be called in if help was needed lifting a patient. Ong said his family's experience highlights an urgent need for laws and clear guidelines to regulate care homes, along with staff training and regular government audits to protect vulnerable patients. Natasha Bust, FMT.